Stock water, very important, especially with the dry season coming on.
Yes, I mean it's certainly getting to that time of year when we start looking at stock water and ensuring that you are set up for the coming summer. That's when the pressure comes on, and by all accounts we're heading in for a dryish summer with these northerly flows, and so good time to be thinking about preparing and ensuring your stock are going to have enough to drink.
There's a pretty big swing away from open water races to troughs now.
Yeah, all of a sudden water's become very valuable, and the average raced system in Canterbury anyway, the losses through the bottom of it are just getting unsustainable. A lot of the schemes are losing up to a third of the water that goes in are not getting to the stock, so definitely looking at piping all of those schemes, and that has the benefit, of course, of capturing the height. Not everybody knows, but Canterbury Plains from the foothills, dead flat, right across, 330 metres of fall to the sea. So we can capture that as soon as you put it in a pipe, and generally provide a gravity, a pumpless system to get the water to the troughs.
Where do you get the water from as the main source?
There's all sorts of options. We've got wells are the most common right throughout the Canterbury Plains. Usually you can drill a well and get enough water for stock. And then when you get up into the hills, we have copious springs and creeks and other areas that you can capture some water, put in basic filtering, and ensure that your stock have got a good quality drinking water.
Filtering?
Yes, usually if it's coming out of a stream or dam or something, there's the wind blows sticks and leaves and all sorts of stuff in that can cause a few problems to the valves in the troughs. So you'll put in some screening to keep that out.
Can you make it go uphill?
We'll add a bit of energy, and we can certainly go uphill, and our pipes are capable of taking water vertically 250 metres up, is about the limit for a standard pipe at the moment. So we can definitely pump to an elevation in a single pump of about 250 metres.
Tony, you've talked about Canterbury, but what about the rest of the nation?
Absolutely. We've got factories both here in Tynwald and in Hamilton, so we cover the whole country. And the hillier it is, the higher pressure pipe you have, and on the flats we get away with a lower pressure rating.
Now, hot, dry weather and frosts, both extremes, is black. Is that a problem?
Frost is certainly not too much of a problem with polyethylene at all. It handles well below zero without any problems, but in the heat you definitely want to keep it out of the sunshine for two reasons. I mean, the stock certainly prefer cold water, and the pressure rating of the pipe decreases as the heating increases, so you've just got to be mindful of that as well. If there's water flowing through it, it's not too much of an issue, but if there are periods of time when there's not much water flowing through it, which is a characteristic of stock water, then the pipe will heat up and it will derate. So, but as long as it's below ground, it's the ground keeps it at an even ambient temperature.
Now, what about people who want to put things such as animal health remedies or anti-bloat or something like that into the system?
Absolutely. It's almost a standard now that dairy farms have injectors that put in bloat material and minerals and animal health remedies. So that is just the norm now, and the pipes are quite capable of handling all of those materials.
Availability?
Well, as you can see probably from this shot, we've got the odd coil lying around.
The odd bit around,
and we've recently had quite a reorganisation of production, which allows us to keep up with any foreseeable demand.
So I guess you get it into the ground by using a mole plough?
The most common way is to mole plough. Yes, right up to 100 mil now. There's people with mole ploughs that'll handle 110 millimetre pipe, and that just makes it more economic to get in the ground rather than digging a trench.
And of course, it doesn't leak.
No, very seldom do we ever have a leak in a piece of pipe. And it's quite robust. It can handle the stones and bits and pieces. So, and with this pipe, of course, you only got one join every 200 metres generally. So, not too many issues or worries about leaks.